Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Whims Legacy. We are picking up right where we left off last time, with our tribe having arrived to a brand new island, and it is full of thorns! Would you look at this? It is full of thorns, it is quite the swamp, it might even have a whole bunch of snails in here. Who knows, maybe those are the kinds of delicacies that our nichelings will really love. But I have to say, I love the color of the waterways here, and I think we're gonna have some fun trying to work with Orin and some of our other nichelings to really see if we end up with some water-bearing babies. And we are eventually going to shimmy our way over to this island. It is actually a peaceful island, which has nothing to do with the icy genes or the hot genes that we are actually trying to unlock before the next update to niche comes sometime early next year. So with that in mind, I really think that we're going to go ahead and probably do some island hopping. But last time, as you guys know from the previous episode, Mila arrived in a twist of fate. Pregnant Mila, who is actually pregnant with Jip's child. Jip was an elder toxic body nicheling from our last group, the last generation, who unfortunately passed away of old age before he was able to join us. But the fact that his pregnant mate showed up as a wanderer the moment we were getting ready to leave was just such a beautiful twist, and I really feel whatever baby she is bearing is meant to be with the tribe. So she's getting quite old. We're going to go ahead and let her get comfortable and have a nest. That's going to be the first thing we're going to do. And then we're going to start looking around to gather up food and think about resources. But let's actually come down to Mila. We're going to have to assign her genetics in just a second. And if we're gonna island hop, I really feel like I want to focus on making some water nichelings. And the only other things we haven't unlocked yet are the bird beak. Can't unlock round ears. So big ears, so that's hot climate. Barina snout, which we need to interbreed more Barina. Poison fangs, which says to travel to new islands. And I wonder if this is one of the islands we're supposed to be at to unlock poison fangs. We'll have to see. Lean body, hot climate, antenna, a random nicheling with antenna, wings. So there's a few that are just like we need to find random nichelings. Scorpion tail would be hot climate, and swimming tail would be traveling to new islands. So we do have swimming tail kind of already embedded in our genes, but I really want those ice genes. So if I was going to make a swimmer, I'd probably do tail fin and maybe water body. We're gonna have to think about this. And as always, because this is the Whims, I only get to pick one of the genes, and the other one shall be left up to the whims of the nicheling gods, using the amazing, wonderful, random nicheling mutation generator that I love oh so much, that is also linked in the video description. Let me go ahead and pull things up. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I just rolled for Mila. I know what I wish to pick for Mila. She is carrying the child of a toxic body nicheling. She actually has, and remember, we can't look at her genes, we just have to look at her phenotype, how she physically appears, to think about what she's got. But I want to give her an ability to take care of herself and others. And she looks a little hard-headed to me. And we have a lot of coconuts, and we have a lot of clam shells that we might want to start working with once we are getting those water genes involved. So I'm going to give Mila Cracker Jaw. If we have it unlocked, we do. So I'm going to give her Cracker Jaw because I think it's useful for being able to crack open the nuts and being able to crack open the clam shells. Well, or do I want to leave it alone for gills? I'm going to actually leave it alone for gills now that I think about it. Let's go for Nimble Fingers. Yeah, we'll go ahead. I'm going to give her Nimble Fingers to potentially pass on because we do need to get Nimble Fingers more solidly back in our tribe, I think. And then the nicheling gods have decreed that she shall pass on Toxic Body, which is pretty exciting. So that is what Mila shall potentially have with her baby. So let's scooch her back. I want her to be able to have her baby like soon. And there's actually some berry bushes. So let's move her over here. That's a toxic berry bush. This is a normal berry bush. I think she'd be like, this is a good spot. Right under a tree, a little tree. It's not a cookie tree, but this isn't the cookie tree tribe, so that's okay. Next to some berries, next to some mystery berries, which no longer unlock toxic fangs, so we don't want to touch those. Those are danger berries. And we're gonna let the rest of the group start getting comfy. Larila is getting a little older. She might want to have a child soon too. And I think that I would want her to have maybe a child with like all 3 of these nichelings to get a huge bit of genetic variation. But also because, look, they're all guild. This is great. We should send our guild nichelings to explore. But before we do, I think Larila, let's see. She would probably be the most impressed by the strongest of the nichelings down here. And I think with Mila having a child, but her also being so old, maybe Larila thinks that she should have a child as well, just to prepare and just to make sure that she might be able to raise Mila's child, like if need be, and might as well have her own child while she does that. So out of all the nichelings available, including really cool, brightly colored Kiro, who is the strongest? We have Rokirta with 4 strength, we have Orin with only 2, Rora with 5, and Kiro with 3. So, 5, 4, 3, 2, I think that she's going to go ahead and she's going to pick Rora. And for Rora, I think, let's go ahead. If I was going to give him a gene to pass on, he can actually crack open the clamshells, which is great. He has horns, which is cool. He's got spots, which is awesome. I want him to be able to swim even better. I want his children to be able to swim even better. So I'm going to give him water body because I really want to try to get a bit of a swimming group going. And the Nicheling gods decree, that he is going to have high fertility. So they want his children too. And then for Larila, I'm going to actually give her personality is forceful, optimistic, and judgmental. She's already very, very strong. If I could give her anything, I feel like forceful, optimistic, and forceful, optimistic, and judgmental. I kind of feel like I want to give her a fancy tail. Maybe not attractive, but maybe stinky tail. I think I want to give her stinky tail. And the reason I want to do that is because she has the kind of personality that could catch your attention, but it can be a little haunty, judgmental, and it can be, optimistic too. Like, just something about her makes me think about Stinky Tail. Not because she stinks, but because that big, floofy, beautiful tail. So I'm going to give that to her for my trait that I pick. And the Nicheling gods have picked pattern density medium. Okay then, Nicheling gods. Where's pattern density medium? There we go. Pattern density medium. There we go. So that is what she is all lined up for. Now it may be very difficult, oh thank goodness, for her to actually have a child. Phooey. Alright, so she's going to jump over here and maybe clear that nest out of the way. I'm going to have Rora help her actually by destroying this nest and like clearing a spot for her to make a nest. And let's see. So Rora... Wait, that was her brother! Ah! Why did I not remember that? Whoops! Okay. I forgot. You can't look at family trees. Rora is literally her brother. That isn't how it was supposed to go. But I guess as a judgmental nicheling, Larila was just like, I'm picking the strongest no matter who it is. Okay then. That may have startled everybody else. That's fine. We got this. We're going to send Rokirta to explore. And his best friend Kiro is going to come over to do some exploring with him. So they're going to work on that. Orin is going to be super happy to start diving in and exploring as well. But I think they're all going to end up probably having children with Larila. And maybe even Miko, we'll have to see. Because I want to get these water body nichelings. Alright, into the deep waters. Let's start doing this. We can go in now, guys. Come on. You can swim. And then Vanu is actually going to jump over and he's going to start helping everybody settle down into these here woods because he knows this place like the back of his paws. Also, be careful, little Miko. Don't grab those thorns. Man, what an inhospitable place to live. I don't think we're going to stay here very long whatsoever. But we have to stay at least long enough for Mila to have her child. But alright, Larila, you picked the strongest and he was your brother. Let's see how that's going to go. I am so glad we waited for you. Rasisi, you are beautiful even if you are sickly. Hey, guess what? You're about to have a sickly, like, adoptive sibling to watch over you. I think that Kiro may have just, like, straight to the heart, Kiro might be like, I'm in love. That is a spotted nicheling too. Look at her. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever had one that looks like her. Mila, thank you for showing up out of the blue. Holy cow. This is so exciting. Okay. Okay. What a beautiful baby. We're going to jump over and we're going to look at our beautiful, beautiful child. She is absolutely stunning. Mila has 2 days left to live. I might have her have another child before she passes away, but look at that little swamp child. What a perfect first baby to have in the swamps. I love that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and let Larila, having heard the sniffle and being somewhat surprised, if not, I think that the sneeze would have just sort of surprised her, not like made her realize that that is a terrible illness. We'll go ahead and make her nest just a little bit further. We'll mostly nest along the shoreline this time because look at this wall of thorns. It's pretty hostile. Rora will come over and help his sister by keeping an eye. I think we'll send him into the waters to help explore for maybe a little bit of food. There's not really much to be found so far in the deep waters. Oh, there we go. But we'll get that leech off. And then Kiro, I think, wants to go and follow his best friend, but is currently just like amazed by this baby and maybe by her mother. Because I mean, look at her coloring. That is just so cool. So he's going to help protect them. And Vanu is going to help guide us a little bit further. There's more to see, down the way where Miko is introduced to Krabbits for the first time. How exciting is that? And look at how terribly inhospitable this is. You can hardly go in this land. Huh. We might jump islands pretty soon. All right. Well, my goodness. Let's see what kind of baby Larila has now. Look at that powerful sun! He is sickly as well! Phooey! But a good choice made because we have the antlers carrying on, I think. Wow, okay! This is exciting in all sorts of directions. We're gonna have little baby Ressi jump over here. We're gonna have Kiro maybe proclaim his love to Mila because he is so impressed by Risisi. Kiro, what are we gonna give you? Normal hind legs. We're gonna give him legs. He's always wanted to keep up with his best friend. Well, he also likes swimming. Let's give him water body, maybe? Let's give him gills? Let's give him gills maybe? Yeah, let's give him gills. He's always wanted to have gills like his best friend, and I do like having toxic body water nichelings, actually. So that's another reason not to focus on water body. And the nicheling gods give him, oh, hammertail, which we don't have, so I have to roll again. Black fur! Okay, they gave him black fur. Hopefully the toxic body will hold true. And there we go. So he's gonna have a child with Mila and just be like so impressed by little baby Rasisi. Rasisi might actually have a child with this brand new little son, Kirkuvan, who I think is quite amazing. Look at those antlers. He is very strong. He will be able to battle many a Krabbit, but he is unfortunately sickly. So I think that the sneeze would have definitely surprised Larila, and she will be considering possibly a different kind of mate. So let's have Orin and the others wiggle their way over. They are so slow in the water. We need to improve that for sure. With better tails, we need to get better fishing if we want to make these things happen. Rora is very fast in the water. Well, he can move 2 tiles, which is better than what we've been doing. There's not a lot of fish here, unfortunately. There's a whole bunch of the water berries, but there's not a lot of fish. So I do think we'll probably move on. Because I also want to get the ice genes. But at least while we're here, Vanu can go ahead and we can have a fun time feasting on Krabbits, because that's the way things ought to be sometimes. Oh hey, there's a nest over here. Maybe Miko might have a child herself, but she's kind of young for that. Alright, there we go. That was interesting. And I think that Larila might jump over. I think that she's surprised by the sneezing, knows that Kiro shall help to watch after all of the young ones, and we'll have her jump down and kind of know that she's getting a little older. We're here on a new land. Orin, did I set your genes? He is set for tail fin and gills. And I think that Lorila is not impressed, even though her own mega horns are quite sharp, by these spiky thorns. It seems that the land is inhospitable, but she's optimistic about the water. So, why not take on a mate this time, and hopefully have another child for the Whims, who shall be a little bit more suited for the waterways. So, let's see, and I already gave her, yeah, alright. 1, 2. We'll try again next time. Phooey. Alright, so that's everybody now. See, Rasisi, you are beautiful. Oh my goodness, I really love you. And I think that Kiro is just enchanted and now going to have a child with Mila of his own. Rest in peace, Mila. Holy cow, that was so cool to have you just pop up out of nowhere when we were getting ready to jump islands and you were already pregnant with Jip's child, and now Jip's daughter is with us. I should maybe name her like Gigi. In fact, I like Jiji, like little Gigi, Rajiji maybe, like, yeah, Gigi. So this is little Jiji, Gigi, and I'm gonna miss her as well. She's not gonna live so long, but maybe we can teach her to swim and eat some of the water berries so she can live a little longer. There's an idea. All right, rest in peace, Mila. Thank you for your plot twist. Oh my gosh, we had a jack-o'-lantern. I'm literally gonna name his name's Tata. Okay, Tata, welcome. Now you show up as a jack-o'-lantern. This is gonna be the most amazing addition to our nicheling wiki. What even? I love this. I love how cool Toxic Body is. It just gives you so much variation. This is amazing. But now we have Tata, reborn, child of Kiro, brother of Rasisi. This is amazing. All right, guys. Well, wow. I'm still kind of flummoxed by everything that has happened. Let's go ahead and set up for the next day. Oh, no you don't, you little leech. There we go. We'll go ahead and kind of start setting up. Miko has still distracted the Crabbit on this side. She can't clear things away. Has she? I guess she could scooch over here for a second and kind of look at the path. This is just so inhospitable. I don't think we would want to stay here too long. Kirakuvan can actually come down. I think that he might kind of jump over here to keep an eye on what Rora is doing, and Rora might visit with his son at times. And maybe even teach him how to swim. We're gonna have Rora kind of jump over here just to see. There's really nothing that would be useful to us. No fish here, so I think we will just like plan on leaving this island. Rokirta also didn't have any luck, so he is gonna jump up. Kiro, and now that Kiro has had a child, maybe Rokirta, he also has terrible infertility. Maybe he'll have better luck. Rokirta? Alright, now it's kind of like a toss-up. Which of the two to pick? Well, I think we're gonna have to find out that with Lorila next time. This is turning into such an interesting twist, though. And they're all so old! So, baby boom on the island, and then we swim on to new lands. So alright guys, who do you think that our wonderful leader should pick? Especially bearing in mind that after she passes away, we may not be allowed to have as many nichelings in the tribe. And what do you think about these twists? I would love to know. But if you could, do please leave a like to give your honor to the new jack-o'-lantern Tata who has been born. I am so excited. Maybe we're supposed to stay on this island as long as he is with us, perhaps, because he is Toxic Body and it is a swamp island. Maybe it's a sign. We'll have to see. And if you have not yet joined us, do please consider subscribing to join our nicheling pantheon for this and so many more amazing adventures. And I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!